ये आकाशवाणी है। अब आप चंद्रिका जोशी से समाचार सुनिए। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने कहा है कि भारत और अमेरिका के संबंध विश्वास, परस्पर सम्मान और समझ पर आधारित हैं और ये दिन प्रतिदिन मजबूत होते जा रहे हैं। अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप को फोन पर नववर्ष की शुभकामना देते हुए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने आपसी हित के सभी क्षेत्रों में सहयोग बढ़ाने के लिए उनके साथ काम करते रहने की इच्छा व्यक्त की। प्रधानमंत्री ने पिछले वर्ष दोनों देशों के बीच सामरिक भागीदारी मजबूत करने में हुई महत्वपूर्ण प्रगति का विशेष उल्लेख किया। राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप ने भी पिछले कुछ वर्ष में दोनों देशों के संबंधों की उपलब्धियों पर संतोष व्यक्त किया और कहा कि वे दोनों देशों के परस्पर सहयोग को और मजबूत बनाने के लिए हमेशा तैयार हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने कहा है कि सरकार देश में सुधारों, निष्ठापूर्ण उपायों और प्रदर्शन के साथ व्यापार का आदर्श वातावरण बनाने के संकल्प के साथ आगे बढ़ रही है। उन्होंने देश के शीर्ष उद्योगपतियों को आश्वस्त किया कि उन्हें सरकार से हर प्रकार की सहायता मिलेगी। नई दिल्ली में किर्लोस्कर ब्रदर्स के शताब्दी समारोह को संबोधित करते हुए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने कहा कि कुछ बेईमान और भ्रष्ट लोगों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई के कारण सरकार को उद्योग विरोधी कहना ठीक नहीं है। दिल्ली विधानसभा चुनाव की घोषणा कर दी गई है। 70 सीटों वाली विधानसभा के लिए 8 फरवरी को वोट डाले जाएंगे और 11 फरवरी को मतगणना होगी। 14 जनवरी को अधिसूचना जारी की जाएगी और 21 जनवरी तक नामांकन भरे जाएंगे। चुनावों की घोषणा के साथ ही आदर्श आचार संहिता तत्काल प्रभाव से लागू हो गई है। मिशन इंद्रधनुष का दूसरा चरण 27 राज्यों के 272 जिलों के साथ साथ उत्तर प्रदेश और बिहार के 650 विकास खंडों में शुरू हो गया है। देश में टीकाकरण के नियमित कार्यक्रम को बढ़ावा देने के लिए सरकार ने इस मिशन की शुरुआत की है। सरकार का उद्देश्य इस कार्यकाल में 2 वर्ष तक के सभी बच्चों और सभी गर्भवती महिलाओं को शामिल करना है जो नियमित टीकाकरण अभियान में छूट गए हैं। पाकिस्तान में ननकाना साहब गुरुद्वारे पर हमला करने वाले प्रमुख आरोपी को गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है। एक पुलिस अधिकारी ने बताया कि आरोपी पर आतंकरोधी कानून और ईश निंदा कानून की गैर जमानती धाराओं के अंतर्गत मामला दर्ज किया गया है। राष्ट्रपति रामनाथ कोविंद आज कोच्चि से लक्षद्वीप के एक दिन के दौरे पर कवारत्ती रवाना हो गए हैं। राष्ट्रपति वहां पहले सुपर स्पेशलिटी अस्पताल की आधारशिला रखेंगे। राष्ट्रपति कोविंद बंगाराम द्वीप भी जाएंगे। वे बृहस्पतिवार को नई दिल्ली लौट आएंगे। सूचना और प्रसारण मंत्री प्रकाश जावड़ेकर आज नई दिल्ली में 30 मीडिया घरानों को अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस मीडिया सम्मान देंगे। मंत्रालय ने पिछले वर्ष जून में योग के सकारात्मक प्रचार प्रसार में मीडिया के योगदान को रेखांकित करने के लिए इस पुरस्कार की स्थापना की थी। उत्तर अटलांटिक संधि संगठन नेटो ने पश्चिम एशिया क्षेत्र में संयम बरतने और संघर्ष कम करने का आह्वान किया है। ईरान के शीर्ष जनरल की हत्या के बाद इस क्षेत्र में तनाव बढ़ गया है। नेटो प्रमुख ने आगाह किया है कि ईरान को हिंसा और उकसावे से बचना चाहिए। उन्होंने कहा कि किसी प्रकार के नए संघर्ष से किसी का फायदा नहीं होगा। भारत की पीवी सिंधु आज कुआलालंपुर में शुरू हो रहे मलेशिया मास्टर्स सुपर बैडमिंटन टूर्नामेंट में अपना अभियान शुरू करेंगी। विश्व के 6 नंबर की खिलाड़ी सिंधु का सामना पहले दौर में रूस की एवगेनिया कोसेत्स्काया से होगा। साइना नेहवाल का सामना आक्सियाता आरेना से होगा। किदाम्बी श्रीकांत विश्व के दूसरे नंबर के खिलाड़ी चीनी ताइपे के चोउ तिएन चेन से खेलेंगे। बी साई प्रणीत और डेनमार्क के रासमुस गेमके के बीच मुकाबला होगा और समीर वर्मा का मैच थाईलैंड के कांताफोन वांगचाओविन से होगा। भारत और श्रीलंका के बीच 3 2020 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट मैचों की श्रृंखला का दूसरा मैच आज शाम 7 बजे इंदौर में खेला जाएगा। गुवाहाटी में पहला मैच भारी बारिश के कारण रद्द कर दिया गया था। उत्तर भारत के अधिकांश हिस्सों में शीतलहर की स्थिति बनी हुई है। इसके साथ ही यह समाचार बुलेटिन समाप्त हुआ।
Welcome to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. I'm Paul Thottam.
And I'm Renu Kataria.
First, the headlines. US denies pulling out of its troops from Iraq. NATO tells Iran to avoid further violence and provocation as tension mounts in West Asia. No respite from Australia's raging bushfires. Prime Minister Morrison announces $2 billion for relief support. In Pakistan, main accused in recent attack at Nankana Sahib arrested, and second T20 international between India and Sri Lanka to be played today. US Defense Secretary Mark Esper has denied US troops are pulling out of Iraq. Mr. Esper said this after a letter from a US general based in Iraq suggested a withdrawal. Quoting Mr. Esper, BBC reported that there had been no decision whatsoever to leave. The confusion came amid threats to American forces after the US killed top Iranian commander Qasem Soleimani. Earlier, the head of the US Military's Task Force Iraq, Brigadier General William Selley, sent a letter to the head of Iraq's Joint Operations Command. Quoting the letter, news agency AFP reported forces from the US-led coalition in Iraq would be repositioning in the coming days and weeks to prepare for onward movement. Brigadier Selley wrote, coalition forces are required to take certain measures to ensure that the movement out of Iraq is conducted in a safe and efficient manner. Some 5,200 US soldiers are stationed across Iraqi bases to support local troops preventing a resurgence of the Islamic State group. The Pentagon has distanced itself from President Donald Trump's assertions that he would bomb Iranian cultural sites despite international prohibitions on such attacks. Defense Secretary Mark Esper said the US will follow the laws of armed conflict. The split between the president and his Pentagon chief came amid heightened tensions within Tehran following a US drone strike that killed General Qasem Soleimani, the head of Iran's elite Quds force. Esper's public comments reflected the private concerns of other defense and military officials who cited legal prohibitions on attacks on civilian, cultural and religious sites except under certain threatening circumstances.
North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO has called for restraint and de-escalation in the West Asian region as tensions soar following killing of a top Iranian general. NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg has warned that Tehran should avoid further violence and provocations, saying that a new conflict would be in no one's interest. At an emergency session of NATO's ruling council, US officials provided the rationale behind the action against Iranian General Qasem Soleimani at Baghdad airport. Soleimani was head of Tehran's West Asia operations as commander of the Revolutionary Guard's Quds force. All NATO members not only supported the United States' move to kill Soleimani, but also condemned Iran for allegedly supporting different terrorist groups. NATO maintains a 500-strong mission in Iraq, preparing local forces to take on Islamic State group extremists. However, its core training activities have now been suspended amid worsening security situations. Tehran has vowed to avenge Soleimani's killing, while US President Donald Trump has threatened major retaliation if any American targets are hit. There seems to be no respite from Australia's raging bushfires. Fire continues to burn across several regions of the country, including New South Wales and Victoria, which have received some relief following rains. Officials have warned that temperatures would again rise by Thursday. They also said huge fires in Victoria and New South Wales could meet to create a larger mega blaze. Officials said that nearly 150 fires were still burning across the state. The crisis has intensified over the past week, resulting in forced evacuation of a number of towns. Water and power infrastructure has been significantly damaged due to the fire. Around 25 people have lost their lives so far. The bushfire crisis has taken a very heavy toll, with more than 1,500 homes already lost in the fire. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has announced an additional $2 billion over 2 years to a new agency to coordinate a national response to rebuild communities and livelihoods following the deadly crisis. The National Bushfire Recovery Agency would be funded with an initial $2 billion Australian dollars to ensure the families, farmers and business owners hit by the crisis would get the much needed support to recover. In South Australia, the fire had burnt about a third of the Kangaroo Island and is believed to have killed approximately half of the island's koala population. All-time high temperatures and months of severe drought have fueled the massive bushfires across Australia since September last year.
In Pakistan, the main accused in the recent attack at the Gurdwara Nankana Sahib has been arrested. A police official said that the accused has been charged with a non-bailable section of the stringent Anti-Terrorism Act and blasphemy. Gurdwara Nankana Sahib, also known as Gurdwara Janam Stan, is a holy shrine in Nankana Sahib district where the first Guru of the Sikhs, Guru Nanak, was born. The suspect, identified as Imran Chisti, is a government employee working in the fisheries department. Chisti is the elder brother of a man who married a teenage Sikh girl after allegedly abducting and converting her to Islam. According to the FIR, Chisti incited a mob on Friday in the name of religion and threatened to destroy a worship place of a minority community to build a Muslim shrine there. A mob had attacked the Gurdwara Nankana Sahib with hundreds of angry residents who pelted the Sikh pilgrims with stones. Interestingly, neither police nor Evacuee Trust Property Board, which looks after the minority places in Pakistan, have admitted that the Gurdwara Janam Stan came under attack by the local Muslims. The arrest of Chisti came after Prime Minister Imran Khan said that the incident goes against his vision and the government will show zero tolerance against those involved in it. India has strongly condemned the incident of vandalism at the revered Gurdwara and called upon the Pakistan government to take immediate steps to ensure the safety and security of the Sikh community there. Amid escalating tensions between Iran and the US, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani warned not to threaten the Iranian nation in response to the series of tweets by the US President Donald Trump threatening Iran with retaliatory action and targeting of 52 sites. The Iranian president took to Twitter to remind him of the number 290 as well. President Rouhani, by number 290, was referring to Iran Air Flight 655, flight of an Iranian airline that was shot down by the missile cruiser USS Vincennes on July 3, 1988, over the Strait of Hormuz, killing all 290 people on board. The passenger plane was in Iranian airspace. After the assassination of Lieutenant General Qasem Soleimani, Mr. Trump wrote in a series of tweets that if Iran makes a move to avenge the assassination of Soleimani, the United States will target 52 Iranian sites. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our news on AIR and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com and our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You are listening to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world.
UAE, Saudi Arabia and Bahrain have strongly condemned the attack carried out by the terrorist group Al-Shabaab on a military base hosting US forces in Lamu, northern Kenya, which resulted in numerous deaths and injuries. The UAE Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation expressed in a statement its utter denunciation of this criminal act and rejection of all forms of violence which aim to undermine security and stability and completely contravene all religious and humanitarian values and principles. The ministry also extended its condolences to the families of victims while wishing a speedy recovery to the injured. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Saudi Arabia has also expressed condemnation and denouncement of the attack, which targeted a military base in Kenya's Lamu County used by both US and Kenyan forces, which resulted in killings and injuries of Americans. The Saudi Foreign Ministry confirmed the kingdom's stance by the side of the Republic of Kenya against terrorism and extremism. It extended condolences and sympathy to the families of the victims and to the government and people of the US, wishing a speedy recovery to the injured. Kingdom of Bahrain has also condemned the attack. In a statement issued, Bahrain reiterated its firm rejection of all forms of terrorism, calling for concerted international efforts to end terrorism and its financing. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that India-US relations, which are built on trust, mutual respect and understanding, have grown from strength to strength. Conveying his New Year greetings to US President Donald Trump over phone, Mr. Modi expressed his desire to continue to work with him for enhancing cooperation in all areas of mutual interest. The Prime Minister highlighted the significant progress made in deepening the strategic partnership between the two countries in the previous year. Mr. Modi wished President Trump, his family and the people of the United States good health, prosperity and success in the new year. President Trump expressed satisfaction at the achievements in the relationship in last few years and reiterated his readiness for further deepening bilateral cooperation. He wished the people of India prosperity and progress in the new year.
India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held discussions over regional issues with his Jordanian counterpart Ayman Safadi. He said, in the telephonic talk on bilateral relations and regional issues reflected the close and warm ties between India and Jordan. He also held similar discussions with Qatari Foreign Minister Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani. Dr. Jaishankar appreciated the insight of the Qatar Foreign Minister on the regional situation. He added that the conversation reflected strong bilateral partnership between India and Qatar. The UAE Cabinet has approved the issuance of a 5-year multi-entry tourist visa for all nationalities visiting the country. The decision was made during the Cabinet's first meeting of 2020. The move comes in a bid to support the UAE's tourism economy and affirm the country's position as a global tourist destination. In a tweet, ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, shared this decision. He said, the country receives 21 million tourists annually, and their aim is to establish the country as a major global tourist destination. The decision is also likely to benefit the near and dear ones of the lakhs of expat population staying in UAE.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com and our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You are listening to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world. In Turkey, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has announced that Turkish soldiers had begun deploying to Libya after receiving approval from Parliament last week. Mr. Erdogan said Turkey was not sending its own combat forces, but that different teams would take on coordination tasks. He said senior Turkish military personnel will coordinate the fighting force in Libya and provide training on the ground. Mr. Erdogan said their mission was to ensure stability for the UN-backed Government of National Accord GNA in Tripoli. Meanwhile, the Turkish government has given no details about the scale of the military deployment. The Libyan government is fighting an insurgency by rebel forces under General Khalifa Haftar based in eastern Libya. General Haftar is backed by Egypt and the UAE, while the UN-backed government is supported by Turkey and its ally Qatar. Over 100 global scientists in the field of ocean studies are converged in the National Institute of Ocean Technology (NIOT) in Chennai. They are participating in the Central Indian Ocean Leadership Workshop at the Union Government-run research institution with the support of the United Nations. The scientists represent 15 Indian Ocean rim countries. They are studying on evolving a regional framework on how to study coastal vulnerabilities like the tsunamis, the increasing frequency and intensity of cyclones, sea level rise due to climate change, and sea erosion. From tomorrow, another international event is being hosted by the NIOT on ocean studies for 3 days.
The second batch of 21 officers of Nepal's Commission for the Investigation of Abuse in Authority, CIAA, has started their training on prevention of fraud, bribery and corruption at the Gujarat Forensic Sciences University, GFSU, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, India from yesterday. It is a 6-day tailor-made course specially designed at the request of Government of Nepal for CIAA officers. The training will strengthen institutional capacity of CIAA to curb corrupt practices and enhance good governance in Nepal. The course mainly focuses on identifying factors for corruption, its impact on the economy, and methodology for its detection and prevention. It would also enhance skills of CIAA officers for IT-based investigations, sharpen their analytical capabilities, and help them learn new methodologies which would empower them to detect, prevent, and prosecute corrupt and fraudulent individuals. The training reaffirms India's continuing commitment for capacity building of Nepali officers. The first batch of 21 CIAA officers had undergone similar training from December 16th to the 21st, 2019 at GFSU Gandhinagar. They found training was very fruitful, which empowered them with new and useful ideas for carrying out investigations in Nepal. The course is fully supported by the Government of India under Ministry of External Affairs Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation ITEC program. Japan is pressing Lebanon to return fugitive ex-Nissan boss Carlos Ghosn, who escaped house arrest in Tokyo. Lebanon does not typically surrender its citizens, but Japan says it can request his extradition. According to reports, Mr. Ghosn walked out of his house on the 29th of December last before boarding a bullet train to Osaka. He was then bundled into a flight case which was put on a Turkey-bound plane. Mr. Ghosn, who ran Nissan until he was arrested on charges of financial misconduct in November 2018, but in the final days of 2019 he skipped bail to board a private jet that took him to Turkey before he travelled on to Lebanon.
Bangladesh High Court yesterday ordered the government to impose a ban on single-use plastic in coastal areas and hotels, motels and restaurants across the country within the next 1 year. Single-use plastic products include drinking straws, cotton buds, food packaging, food containers, bottles, plates, plastic cutlery and plastic bags. The court also ordered strict enforcement of the ban on polythene across the country. As per the Bangladesh Environment Conservation Act, polythene has been banned in the country since 2002, but its use is continuing all over Bangladesh. The court order came in response to a writ petition filed by 11 organizations working in the field of environment and climate change. The petition claimed that according to government data, Bangladesh generated 3,000 tons of plastic waste daily. Close to 25% of the plastic waste was dumped into rivers flowing into the Bay of Bengal, causing serious harm to the environment. The court asked the government to submit a report on the implementation of its orders by January next year. A 5.8 magnitude quake hit Puerto Rico yesterday before dawn, unleashing small landslides, causing power outrages and severely cracking some homes. There were no immediate reports of casualties. According to the US Geological Survey, the quake struck just south of the island at a relatively shallow depth of 10 kilometers. It was one of the strongest quakes yet to hit the US territory that has been shaking for the past week.
In Sri Lanka, at least 8 people were killed and 40 others injured when a bus went down a precipice in Badula district last evening. Police spokesman Jalya Senatratne said 4 women and 2 children are among the dead. He said the injured are getting treatment at Badula District Hospital and the condition of some of them is critical. The bus had toppled down 200 feet with around 50 passengers on board. The bus driver and conductor are among those injured. In cricket, the second T20 international of the 3-match series between India and Sri Lanka will be played at the Holkar Cricket Stadium in Indore at 7 p.m. today. The first T20 match was called off without a ball being bowled due to wet outfield caused by a spell of heavy rain in Guwahati on January the 5th. However, there is no rain threat for today's match in Indore. Indian spearhead Jasprit Bumrah and opener Shikhar Dhawan will be under spotlight as both return to the fold from their injuries. Jasprit Bumrah had suffered a stress fracture while Shikhar Dhawan was dogged by injuries throughout 2019. All India Radio will broadcast live commentary on the match alternately in Hindi and English. It can be heard on FM Gold, FM Rainbow and additional frequencies from 6:30 p.m. Meanwhile, the Madhya Pradesh Cricket Association MPCA has been spraying a special chemical on the outfield at the Holkar Stadium to counter the effects of dew. The grass on the ground is also not being watered for the last 3 days to minimize the effect of dew. The third and final game is scheduled to be held in Pune on the 10th of this month. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alert. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com and our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You are listening to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world.
India's P. Magesh Chandran lifted the title in the 95th edition of the prestigious Hastings International Chess Congress at Hastings in England. He remained unbeaten in all the 9 rounds. The 36-year-old Grandmaster with the FIDE rating of 2,479 finished in clear first place with 7.5 points from 9 games after securing a 33-move draw in the final round against compatriot G.A. Stanny, also a Grandmaster. He beat fellow Indian G.M. Deep Senagupta in the 8th round. Staney took the 6th place with 6.5 points, while India's women G.M.R. Vaishali obtained 6 points to finish 10th. 2 other Indians, Deep Senagupta finished 13th and Swayam Mishra 14th with identical 6 points. France's Roman Edward, who was also the only player to end the tournament a half point behind Chandran, took the 2nd spot. 4 players shared 3rd to 6th places with 6.5 points. Chandran, who currently lives in North Carolina, USA, has a chess academy, said he plans to play more events this year. The Indian had become a GM in 2006 and moved to the US for higher studies at the University of Texas. India's Anahat Singh's run ended in the under-13 girls title round when top-seeded Egyptian Amina Orfi defeated her in final 11-0, 11-1, 11-4, winning the British Junior Open Squash Tournament at Birmingham yesterday. Amina had come more than prepared to confront Anahat, who had shocked the second-seeded Jana Galal of Egypt in the semi-final. Earlier in the boys under-19 semi-final, another Indian, Veer Chotrani, lost to top seed Mustafa Al-Surti. Veer did grab the opener, but thereafter it was Mustafa all the way. The Egyptian won 7-11, 11-2, 11-6, 11-8.
In tennis, Prajnesh Gunneswaran made a winning start to the 2020 ATP season, but Ramkumar Ramanathan exited from the Apis Canberra International Tennis Tournament following a first-round defeat in Bendigo, Australia yesterday. Prajnesh, India's top-ranked singles player at 122, downed the local wildcard ranked 25 Jason Kubler 7-5, 6-3 in the first round of the ATP Challenger event. Prajnesh will next face 13th-seeded Japanese Taro Daniel ranked 106. Ramkumar, though, had to endure a 6-3, 2-6, 3-6 first-round defeat against Finland's Emil Ruusuvuori in a contest that lasted 1 hour and 27 minutes. India's PV Sindhu will begin her campaign at the Malaysia Masters Super 500 badminton tournament starting at Kuala Lumpur today. 6th-seed Sindhu will face Russia's Evgenia Kosetskaya in the first round and will look for an expected clash with world number 1 Chinese Taipei's Tai Tzu-Ying in the quarterfinals. The other Indian women's singles player Saina Nehwal will open against a qualifier at the Axiata Arena. Kidambi Srikanth will start the new year with a clash against second seed Chu Sen-chen of Chinese Taipei. B. Sai Praneeth will open against Denmark's Rasmus Jemke, while Samir Verma will square off against Thailand's Kantafun Wongcharyon in the first round. Former world number 6 Parupalli Kashyap will face top seed and world number 1 Kento Momota of Japan in the first round, while HS Pranoy will meet Japan's Kanta Sunyama, while Ashwini and Satwik will face second-seeded Chinese pair of Wang Li-yung and Huang Dongping. World number 1 Zheng Ziyi and Huang Yaqing will send in the way of Sikhi and Pranav Jerry Chopra in the opening round.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. US denies pulling out of its troops from Iraq. NATO tells Iran to avoid further violence and provocation as tension mounts in West Asia. No respite from Australia's raging bushfires. Prime Minister Morrison announces $2 billion for relief support. In Pakistan, main accused in recent attack at Nankana Sahib arrested, and second T20 international between India and Sri Lanka to be played today. You were listening to International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world. Have a nice day.